Good morning, I want to join with Senator Lynn Rowan and to echo her comments about the decriminalisation of drug use debate. Notwithstanding the emotion that Senator Billy Lawless has about those who died on the roadsides in Ireland 150 years ago, and while I agree with his sentiments, there's people dying on the roadsides of Ireland and this capital city every day of the week from drug overdoses. Yes, we seem to have a romantic view of what happened 150 years ago, and yet we seem to have a kind of a victim-blaming attitude to those who die today, who die in toilets, who die in parks, who die in stairwells of flat complexes, who die in alleyways from overdoses. We have the third highest overdose rate in Europe. Now, at the sensitive time in the discussion around decriminalisation, which purely is to try and to help somebody who has an addiction, not through the criminal justice system, but through the health system. It is purely as radical as that. To have a disgraceful letter in the Irish Times yesterday from 20 or more GPs who feel it is, it falls upon them to derail the humanity of what we're trying to achieve, and to suggest that the move for decriminalisation is a Trojan horse for anything else except to keep people alive, I think is outrageous. Now, it is beyond time, as Senator Rowan has said, for this debate to take place. We are willing to work with government, regardless of, not regardless of what comes out of this report, which may or may not already have been heavily leaked. But what comes out of this report, if it's something we can work on, it's a basis for working on, we will work on that. But to suggest that the decriminalisation argument is somehow trying to achieve something else is absolutely insulting for all of us who don't believe that people who are sick or people who have addictions belong in a courtroom. They don't. If you are sick and in need of medical help and have an addiction, you don't belong in a courtroom, you don't belong in a prison, you don't belong in a Garda cell, you don't belong interacting with the criminal justice system. You need a counsellor, you need a nurse, you need a doctor, you need a path of recovery. And that's the basis of decriminalisation. Decriminalisation is not decriminalisation of the substances, it is decriminalisation of the person. And if we were to take this issue seriously, we'd have an awful lot less people today dying on the streets of our capital and around the country from a real, live, contemporaneous, today issue.